Okay, hi guys, and welcome to my tutorial on MagicQ. Now I'm going to open MagicQ because I've already got it installed, but if you need to install it, go to the Shamsys website and then click on download. Okay, when you open MagicQ, you will get a screen that looks something like this, or pretty much almost exactly like this. First time you open it might take a little while, but after that it should be fairly speedy. I would continue last show, and then assuming it comes in as layout 1, go into setup, make sure it's on view settings, and then if you want to do a new show, then go click on new show and click yes. Now normally I would do normal mode because I tend to want to use, well, that's just tend to what I want to use. There we go. It'll tell you the name of your laptop or computer here, and also tell you the time. Unless you've got a wing or a proper board, then if you right click, then it'll say mouse pan tilt disabled. But anyway, so to start off with, we're gonna patch 4 LED power cans on 3-channel mode. So first you go ahead and click on patch in the and then you click on choose head. Now for doing a normal LED power can, you go into what's called generic, which is there. Can take a little while to load, but it hasn't in this bit. And then you find LED 3-channel in this case. Obviously you've got LED 4-channel as well if you need 3-channel. And then you want to go to for LEDs you want highest takes precedence or HDP. Click on that. Then you click patch it, and then you do, so you want 4 heads, so you type the number 4, and then you can either click on the thing on screen or you can type on the keyboard. And then you want universe, so in most cases, unless you're going into programming lots of moving heads, or a big theatre for instance, you'll want universe 1, so you press 1, and then dash, which is, I would recommend clicking on the screen for the dashes and stuff, because you might get it wrong and it will muck it. Dash, and then you want to set your starting address for your first fixture. In this case it's 1 because we haven't patched any fixtures already. But sometimes it has, if you see where my mouse is now, it'll say what the first 3 address is, so you can just follow that one. So in this case it's 1, and then MagicQ will automatically program 3 channels for one LED, 3 channels for the next LED, 3 channels for the subsequent LED, and 3 channels for the last LED, so it'll take up a total of 12 channels. And it'll do that all automatically. So if I click enter, and then if you get into this, if you want to use the visualizer, I would click no, because you have to have a fairly powerful computer with a great graphics card to work it. Yeah. So we've also got, it shows, so if you show, this is what we've got patched at the moment. You see we've got, so this also tells you where to put your LED fixtures. You've got, and it also tells you what dip switches to use, if you see here. So for number 1 you would do 000, adjust the number 1 address. For 4 you would just have the number 4, which is 3 and from the right. For 7 you'd have 1, 2 and 4, because obviously it's binary, so yeah. And then for 10 you would have 2 and 8, which is that one and that one. Yeah, it has on fixtures. If you've got most MagicQ has a lot of fixture profiles, but sometimes it might not have yours. In which case, you can make your own, which I'll probably show in a more advanced video because it's quite advanced. Yeah. So then when you go into layout 1, just click on like that, which is what I usually. This is what you would use if you're using it live, because it shows you all of it. So if you want to turn all of your fixtures white, so all 3 sets of LEDs on, then you click on that group, and then you can select colours in the colour window, and it will turn them different colours. I'm not quite sure how it does UV, but yeah. Just to give a quick tour of the main page, starting from the bottom, things you'll need to know are these 10 sort of set effective faders at the bottom. These are what's called submasters in the stage lighting world. Next to them, you have at the top, you have to select the submaster if you're recording. At the bottom is a flash button for the submaster. That's a go button, and then that's the greater than symbol. I think no, less than. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, greater than. And then the button below it is the pause symbol, so you can stop if you program the chase into it, then it'll stop the chase. Yeah. And then next to it, you've got Submaster, which is for controlling the submasters here. So that will take out the submaster if you pull that down. Or if you take out the Grandmaster, then I think it sets all heads to home position. Although I haven't really used this with proper moving heads. Don't have a proper fixed profile, which did cause some issues. And X fade is for crossfading between. Then at the top, you got lots of different layouts. So you got layout 2. It'll work. Oh, I think that's the same. So there you go. Timeline shows you the Q stack. I wouldn't recommend messing around with a fixture. For some reason, it doesn't tend to like it. Media shows you ArtNet with MagicQ. For instance, Screen Monkey. If you're running a Screen Monkey Pro license, then you can do it on that. Or things like Green Hippo servers and that sort of thing, which I'll explain later about what they are. You got programs. That's what you have. So yeah, it'll tell you what's going out currently. Oh, it's called a programmer, which I'll show you in a minute. And then you have output, shows you what's outputting. It's slightly different to a programmer. That is exactly what's outputting. The programmer is what's outputting the programmer, which is a bit more complicated. Then you have obviously setup, which we did earlier, where you can set up things like ArtNet and DMX universes and that sort of thing. You can set up without a wing. You can set up to 16 universes, one of which can be sent out over a USB dongle, or for instance a Magic DMX dongle that I have, which I'll be showing you later. But also with ArtNet, so you can buy a £200 ArtNet node if you want to have an extra universe of DMX. Or if you've got ArtNet compatible fixtures, you can save yourself a lot of money and not bother. Although while they are coming onto the market, there's not a lot available at the moment. They tend to be more upmarket sort of rock concert venues that tend to be using ArtNet, because it technically has a limit of 512 times 512 channels, 512 times 512 parameters. I also have, so the other things you'll need to know is simple mode. This will be the only other one that you use, because this is what's called the programmer. It says there, and it also shows you what outputs it's got. I think this is out of 100. Sometimes DMX is displayed as out of 255, because that's technically what it is. But sometimes, if it's easier, it can be set to percentage, so which is what that is. Playbacks, this is exactly the same. It's basically a copy of what it is in the other in normal window. But yeah, right. The programmer is a bit different to say a normal, like say Jester, because the programmer, if you clear the programmer, then it'll reset it all, and it'll only record changes when you set it yellow. So say you want to change the blue level, but you want to leave the green level at half when it's already set at half. You could just change the blue level and leave all the other levels as they were. It's also much quicker to clear the programmer because you can click the clear button, which is there. You can also sometimes this won't clear the output. That's mainly because if you've got it selected in one of the other windows. Well, in this case it has. And then again you've got Grandmaster and Submaster, and you've got Save Show, Test Show, and Load Show. Got the record button is the one you'll use most because you can select. So then, see now I just recorded a blank queue onto playback 1. Oh yeah, in MagicQ Submaster School playbacks. I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I think that's the end of this part of the video. This first video, because I think the rest of it's going to need setting up a DMX fixture. I have yet. Thank you for listening.